Hey everyone, it's been a while. I've been wanting to make a new project for some time, but life happens and that's okay. But now that I am finding a few extra time to build anything, I decided to get this bootleg Lego pieces and see what I can do with them. These bootleg Legos are actually decent in quality in sense that the parts actually snap in with each other without much of a problem. But why did I get two of them? Well, because when I bought it, I had this idea of, making or customizing my own Iron Spider Lego. But before doing that, I need to build it both and see if one would be enough or if I really need to sort of kit bash the two of them. Now I'm just speeding through the build process of the two sets, and just to show you each individually before I commence with the kit bashing, and here's how they look. Now, as I said in the earlier part of the video, I'm planning to customize this into an Iron Spider, and if you actually look in the comics, this Iron Spider is not comics accurate because the Iron Spider in the comics actually has only 3 extra appendages, like so. The 4 extra limbs is actually from the movie, from the Avengers movie, and the other Lego piece actually has the same color scheme with that, but in terms of the color I'm going with the comics, but I'm keeping the 4 extra appendages similar to the movie Iron Spider version, mainly because to me it gives more stability when I pose it. I will also modify the other parts like the legs to give it like a bit more of a spread rather than just this blocky pose. I will be using the other Spider-Man figure to add a little bit more articulation of sorts to this figure. Now I am cutting both leg pieces to give me a knee bend. By using 2 leg pieces, I am able to make a knee bend that will not force the part to look even smaller, but rather give it a bit of an idea of a really nice knee bend that will look decent, similar to like the Lego movie. Now I'm using Tamiya putty to serve as the connector for the 2 pieces because I need a smoother bend for the knee, and by using a putty it can be much easier and I won't need to have too much sanding. The next thing that I'm working on is the hip part, which I will be doing sort of a Frankenstein modification as well, similar to the leg. This is basically cutting both hip part lengthwise and then taking into consideration the bend that I need to achieve to make it look like a squatting position, and afterwards joining both pieces together as well with a putty. Same as the other previous parts, I'm also doing some modifications to the arms to make an arm bend, and I also tried to make a neck bend for the head. Now for the back part, I've already decided on this, and I will be using or customizing from all the appendages that are available from both sets. And immediately the first problem I have here is how am I going to pose it so the top 2 appendages will not interfere in the front part of the figure. In the meantime, I went ahead and started cutting the segments and gluing them strategically together to make like a 3-section appendage. Originally, I was planning on using it like this, but it proved to be a challenge, so later on in the video you'll see me revert to a different technique or strategy for this. And while waiting for the first version of the backpack to dry up, the rest of the pieces are actually already dried and ready to test fit, like so. And because it was a quick modification of the joining parts, and I reverted to the original backpack shape using the second piece, I wasn't able to video it, and so we're going straight into painting. You'll see here that I already took liberty and primed the whole thing in a Bosnia gray, and I'm painting with primarily 2 colors, this metallic red and this gold. I actually bought this gold paint a long time ago, but this is only the first time that I'm trying it out, and I think it's a good investment to get one of these. It has good coverage and it actually covers the pieces quite nicely. I had to use the brush in some areas though. Now when painting the metallic red, I carefully laid it in 2 to 3 passes. And with a few pieces left to detail, I decided to also make a base. Using some resin 3D print supports, I made this like web pattern, and this will form part of the base. This is also the first time that I've tried using UV resin in any piece, and it was enjoyable actually. Now this piece of cardboard that I hardened using CA glue will be where everything will stand. So I assembled it and then I painted it in a simple white and gray combination, which leads me to present to you my finished quick project of Iron Spider. This build was actually honestly just, meant to motivate me to get back into crafting, and I think it achieved the goal because now I have another few projects in line already. I also hope that I was able to inspire you to get back into your projects with this one. Share your thoughts in the comment section and like, subscribe, the works. And let's keep moving, let's keep building.